A pure attraction. This is November 20th, and it's going to storm. It held its own. Grew pretty good. You can see it's a little wildy. Frost might be getting to it a little bit. It was 29 degrees today, this morning. But it put the tonnage in now. And hopefully that'll be consumed clear to the ground. That's usually how it went. So we'll just have to see. But no, like I say, this is November 20th with your Whitetail Institute Pure Attraction. It's still green and just an abundance of deer tracks. And you can see where they're eating the tops of that stuff off. And they'll keep right on eating it. It developed pretty good. Tons and tons of it, but you never can have enough because they'll gravitate in there and start eating it, and that's what you want. So, like I say, this is November 20th, and what we're looking at is pure attraction. We've had a lot of moisture and warm weather, kept this stuff producing, and in 10 days, it'll be the 1st of December. I guess that would be called late season for some. It doesn't look like this has really been grazed on all that much. There's a large cornfield across the street, and I got a pretty good idea that those deer have taken up residence over there. But you can also see where they've cropped this stuff off. But scrapes aren't being used, but that's to be expected. This is the first time we've been up here since Matthew Jensen had harvested deer, so I had no idea what this was going to look like. Well, that's the pure attraction. It's really green and it's really tall. And a fellow asked me what I thought about secret spot or bow stand. Well, I'll be open and honest. I don't think they're worth a damn because of the names of them. Number one, you're not going to plant a big enough area to where it's going to have any validity to it. It'll be ate off in probably the first night or two, and it's not really going to do what needs to be done. You got to plant acreage, and so anything that's called bow stand or secret spot, something like that, I don't care who makes it. I know Whitetail Institute makes it, but I'm not getting paid for them. Don't ask no compensation. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't think they need to be putting names on it like that to entice the young and impressionable or the old and impressionable off of a name. This is what it is. This is pure attraction. You know, that's all it is, pure attraction. That's probably the same mix or blend that they got into secret spot. But they try to put name. Now, keep in mind, Mr. Scott had to put his foot down when his sons wanted to put a cheaper clover out. And he said, no, they're going to buy Whitetail Institute clover. We are not being competitive with the lesser brands. So I sort of go that route. I don't need names. You know, you got your soybeans in the back, and you know you got your Barascas out in front. That's all as good as it can be. I don't care what you call it. So I don't get into name callings on blends. They don't sway me one way or the other. I want the real deal. I'll mosey on back here and see what winter greens and stuff are looking like. Like I said, We're in competition with the big cornfield out there, so things can be different. Winter greens look like they're holding their own. They're a good foot tall. They've sustained some browsing, and they're still getting it on. Yeah, they're doing pretty good. Oh, there goes a deer in the background back there. White tail flashing. But like I say, I'm just up here to change out the cameras. I haven't done that for quite a while. I just wanted to met you up here and bring you along. I say the winter greens are still, oh, they're still good tonnage up here. Real good tonnage. Yeah, they really did pretty good. And they're still holding their own. But I'm a little concerned. Like I say, I know this has been browsed on, but not, that's good. I mean, it'll last a long time, but I was a little concerned about it. Possibly the deer herd may be across the street. Now you can see that turnip on the tall tine tubers. Those are definitely big. We planted them on the first week of August, and they definitely got going. They're pretty dang good. Probably should have left that in the ground, but the nice thing about it is there's many of them to take its place. So, tall tine tubers, Whitetail Institute, November 20th, 2015, planted them on, I believe, I'm going to say August 3rd, something like that. It was the first weekend in August. So, got the job done. You look out through there, tons and tons and tons still to be foraged upon. And so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I want to show you over here. Like I said, I'm not done hunting by any means. It's good hunting to me, just starting. You can see we have a abundance of soybeans out here. The water hemp become resistant to the Roundup, and that's what you're seeing there on the top. But that's good because that actually gives the deer more cover. And we definitely had the production of beans. So this whole field right here is totally beans with the water hemp in it. And like I said, that really disguises it because it grew up, everything's brown, including the deer. So there's a lot of beans out there. Food plots, this is what you plant them for. Nutrition for the deer in the late season. I don't, like I said earlier, and I want to solidify this, I don't plant these. I plant these to grow things, not necessarily to kill things. I mean, it's not, I can kill deer, as you noticed in my videos. Now, I'm not even hunting on food plots, but these are here for the nutrition of all wildlife and enhance the overall habitat. Look at the hedge apples on there. Now, this hedge apple tree is planted right in the middle of this bean field. And I'm going to bring you back in the spring. And I can almost guarantee you there won't be a hedge apple left there on the ground. That's a natural food source. And they'll get right after them come late season. You can see they had a scrape right there. Pretty good sized scrape. Overhead limb. And, I left that hedge apple on there years ago because I knew it was a food source. And they definitely had an abundance of hedge apples this year on it. So again, edge, plenty of food, and it's the 20th of November and I still haven't killed a deer. So food plots doesn't necessarily give you an edge. You got to have the time to hunt. And like I say, I don't plant just to kill. I plant to enhance. And in my viewings of some of the YouTube and Facebook, people are planning solely to kill. You do that, you're going down the wrong avenue, my friend. In my opinion, that's the non-typical Norwalkian's way of thinking. All right, back there is my woods, bean field, the borascas, tall tine tubers and whatever. And I kept mentioning about a cornfield. Well, they come across my alfalfa field here, jump that road, jump this fence, and go into this gigantic cornfield. And that's the corn as far as you can see back to the horizon. So if they get in there, which they probably pretty much likely are, it's going to, only way they're going to get out of there is the removal of the cornfield through the harvest of it. Because that cornfield, it's just huge. And so that's what you're up against. And it's got all the food and cover you need. And it could make it challenging. Like I said, that fence, it's not no tall fence. They jumped that fence across the road here. Jump that fence. And remember, as I've always said, you're hunting the people's deer. The state of Iowa, the taxpayers' deer. These aren't your deer. So if they're on your property, that's cool. If they're off your property, that's the way it is. Let's venture down here to this gate. Yeah, when you look on this ground, you can see quite a few tracks going in to this unpicked cornfield. And they're fairly fresh. So, like I said, once they get off my place and go into there, that's, you know, there's no high fence right here. You can see that fence right there. There ain't nothing for them to jump. They've knocked the gate down a little bit over here by going through it. But they can come from the east. That's my place back there where the beans are. Come across the alfalfa field. And you can see the fresh tracks in the mud here. What's going on. So they're definitely feeding on corn right now. And not only that, the does can hide from the bucks, and the bucks don't have to leave that because it's pretty secure. Well, I gotta go get ready to go push snow.